Once upon a time in a small village named Green Hill, there lived a poor young man named Daniel. He was 22 years old. Daniel had kind brown eyes and short black hair. Every day he worked very hard to help his family. His father was sick and stayed in bed most of the time. His mother was too old to work in the fields. So Daniel did everything he could. Daniel worked from sunrise to sunset. He took care of the small farm and sold vegetables in the village market. Life was hard, but Daniel never gave up. His family was poor, but his heart was full of hope. He always smiled and helped others when he could. In the same village, there lived a rich girl named Sara. She was 20 years old and had long golden hair and blue eyes. Sara came from a wealthy family. They owned many farms and a big, beautiful house on the hill. Her father, Mr. Aaron, was one of the richest men in Green Hill. Sara had everything: nice clothes, good food, and servants to help her. But she was not happy. Her heart felt empty. She wanted more than money and gifts. She wanted love, kindness, and someone who truly cared about her. One sunny morning, Daniel was selling vegetables in the market. He placed the carrots, tomatoes, and apples carefully on his wooden stall. Sara came to buy some fruit. She looked around and stopped at Daniel's stall. She saw how carefully he worked. She saw his gentle smile and kind eyes. Daniel greeted her with respect. "Good morning," Sara said softly. "Can I buy some apples?" Daniel smiled. "Of course. These apples are fresh from our tree." Sara took the apples and thanked him. From that day on, she started visiting the market every morning. She came with small baskets and always stopped at Daniel's stall. They started talking. First, it was just about fruit and vegetables. Then they talked about the weather, the village, and soon, their lives. Daniel told her, "One day, I dream of having my own shop, a small place where I can sell fresh food and help my family live better." Sara said, "I want to help people, not just the rich ones. I want to give to the poor, to children, to families like yours." Day by day, their friendship grew. They laughed, shared stories, and smiled when they saw each other. And slowly, they fell in love. One evening, while sitting near the river, Daniel looked at Sara. The sky was pink with the setting sun. "Sara," he said, "I love you. You are kind and good. I have nothing to give you, but my heart is yours." Sara smiled. "I love you too, Daniel. You are strong and honest. You have a good soul." They held hands and dreamed about a future together. But their happiness did not last long. Sara's father, Mr. Aaron, heard about their love. He was very angry. "You cannot be with that boy," he shouted. "He is poor. He has nothing. He is not good enough for my daughter." Sara cried and said, "Father, I love Daniel. He is a good man. He works hard. He has a kind heart." But Mr. Aaron would not listen. If you marry him," he shouted, "you are no longer my daughter." Sara was heartbroken. She ran to Daniel and told him everything. Daniel listened quietly. His face was sad. "Sara," he said softly, "I love you, but I don't want your life to be full of pain. Maybe we should not be together." Sara cried, "No, Daniel, I want to be with you no matter what." But Mr. Aaron was full of pride and anger. He told all the villagers not to buy from Daniel's stall. "Do not help that boy," he said. "He is trying to steal my daughter." Slowly, the villagers stopped buying vegetables from Daniel. His stall was empty. His family had no money. They did not have enough food. Daniel's father became sicker. Medicine was too expensive. Daniel worked day and night. He tried to borrow money, but no one helped him. His eyes grew tired, and his hands were rough from work. Sara saw all of this. She could not stand it anymore. She went to her father again. "Please, Father," she begged. "Let me be with Daniel. He is a good man." But Mr. Aaron said, "No, you will marry someone rich. I have already chosen him." Sara cried, "I don't love him." Mr. Aaron shouted, "You will do as I say!" And he locked Sara in her room. She could not leave the house. Her window showed the sky, but not the one she loved. She cried every night. She thought about Daniel, about his smile, about their dreams. Her heart felt like it was breaking. Meanwhile, Daniel was losing hope. His father was very ill. The little money he had was gone. The shop he dreamed about felt like a faraway dream. One night, rain poured over the village. The wind blew hard. Thunder crashed in the sky. That night, Sara escaped from her house. She ran through the rain, her clothes soaked and her hair flying in the wind. She reached Daniel's small house and knocked on the door. Daniel opened it, surprised. "Sara," he said, "what are you doing here?" "I cannot live without you," she said, crying. "Let's run away together." Daniel shook his head. "I can't take care of you. I can't even feed my own family." Sara took his hand and said, "We will face everything together. I will help you. I will work. I don't care about money. I care about you." Daniel looked at her. She was wet, cold, and brave. He hugged her tightly. "You are very strong, Sara. I love you." And that night, they made a choice. They would leave Green Hill and start a new life. They packed a small bag and walked through the storm. They did not know where they were going. But they had each other. And so, hand in hand, Daniel and Sara walked toward a new beginning. Daniel and Sara walked all night through the storm. Their clothes were wet, and the cold wind blew against their faces. They were tired, but they did not stop. They held hands and kept walking. They left Green Hill behind. By morning, they reached a small town called Riverside. It was quiet and far from their village. Daniel and Sara had no money, no food, and no place to stay. But they had hope. Daniel said, "I will find work today. I will do anything." Sara said, "And I will work too. We will build a life together." That day, Daniel found a job as a laborer. He carried heavy stones and worked under the sun. It was hard work, but he did not complain. Sara found work as a maid in a small house. She cleaned floors, washed clothes, and cooked meals. Her hands became rough, but her heart stayed soft. Every evening, they met under a tree near the river. They shared bread, laughed a little, and talked about the future. Some days were very hard. They did not have enough food. Some nights they slept outside. But they never gave up. One evening, Daniel said, "I am saving money. Slowly. One day, I will open a small shop, just like I dreamed." Sara smiled. "And I will help you run it. We will work together, like we always do." Years passed. Day by day, they saved a little more. Daniel worked harder than ever. He learned to repair things, to speak with people, and to buy and sell small items. Sara learned to cook better meals, to sew clothes, and to speak kindly to every customer. Finally, one bright morning, Daniel rented a small space near the market. It was just a tiny shop made of wood, but to them, it was a palace. Sara cleaned it, decorated it, and put up a small sign. "Daniel's Fresh Goods." They sold vegetables, fruit, tea, and homemade snacks. People in Riverside liked them. They came to buy from the kind man and the smiling woman. Business grew. They earned enough to buy simple clothes, warm blankets, and better food. Their faces were brighter, their eyes full of love and peace. Back in Green Hill, Mr. Aaron heard about them. A traveler told him, "Sir, your daughter Sara and that boy Daniel now run a small shop. They are doing well." At first, Mr. Aaron was angry, but later he felt sad. He sat alone and remembered his daughter's tears. He thought about her courage, her strength. Slowly, his heart changed. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I wanted her to marry for money. But she chose love. And she was right." One day, Mr. Aaron came to Riverside. He walked through the market and found the little shop. He saw Sara behind the counter, smiling as she gave a child a free apple. He saw Daniel fixing a basket for an old woman. Mr. Aaron stepped forward. "Sara," he said quietly. She looked up. Her eyes widened. "Father?" He nodded. "Yes. I came to see you. And to say I was wrong." Sara's eyes filled with tears. She ran and hugged him. "I forgive you," she said. "I missed you so much." Mr. Aaron looked at Daniel. "And you are a good man. Thank you for taking care of my daughter." Daniel smiled and said, "Thank you for accepting us." From that day on, Mr. Aaron visited often. He helped them when he could. He did not bring gold or gifts. He brought love and peace. Life was still not easy for Daniel and Sara. They had to work every day, but they faced every challenge together. When one was tired, the other gave strength. When one cried, the other gave comfort. They never forgot the nights without food. They never forgot the rain, the cold, the pain. But they also never forgot the power of love and hard work. People in Riverside began to tell their story. They were poor, people said, but their hearts were rich. Children looked up to them. Young couples came to ask for advice. And Daniel and Sara always said the same thing. Money is not the most important thing. A kind heart, a strong will, and true love can build a beautiful life. And so, Daniel and Sara lived simply but happily. Their shop grew. Their hearts stayed gentle, and their story became a light for others. They proved that true love